Well, it's finally here. Cap raise is 145. Well, I'm a little disappointed, and I'll tell you why. So this is how I see my very first cap raise event, at least the first one I cared about. I was there all the way back in the 105 cap, but obviously I wasn't anywhere near 89, which was the previous one. And this time when I say cap event, I mean I'm using very large quotations for event.
When I said deadly neurotoxin, the deadly was in massive sarcasm quotes.
Because all I really see is 5 more levels, a couple of sets, some jewelry, and a couple new maps, and that's like it. Oh, and more repeats. So like the jewelry sets are pretty much just KZs, but different. There's 3 new pieces, but only the 143 has actual set effects. Not enough have dropped, so we gotta go to the wiki for our information here. The 141 jewelry is just like the 140 blue ones, like Emmett's ring, but slightly better. Very slightly better. I probably wouldn't waste my time trying to get them if they're not priced the same as the 140s, to be honest. Then there's this other 141 jewelry. It's Whispering Legacy. I'd probably just call them Legacies, to be honest. But they are actually an upgrade. And if you didn't have KZs and you don't particularly need the set effects that they give, then this could do. I mean, the free aim is slightly higher than KZ's, while the aim percent bonus is slightly lower. It's like a pick your poison kind of deal. It's worth a look at the right price and, you know, the character. Now the 143s, the Fallen Metatrons, probably just going to be called Metatrons, they are an upgrade across the board from KZ's, so these will just pretty much be the new 50 gems per piece set. For the armor sets, we get split ones just like the 140s, but actually they're probably obtained in mostly the same way too from what I've seen. Like the new yellow set though is obtained at 141, and it looks like you get them with something that you get from runs, kind of like waters, but now it's these purple rocks. And the new red sets presumably only drop from the boss. I don't imagine it'd be any different, but I haven't been in there. And they are 145, by the way, the red sets, and they're very slightly better in every way than the previous 140 red ones. Both of them affect the same skills as the 140s, and they even do the same percent thing where the yellow one has 30% and the red one has 35% and all that. But where they differ is the hat. That's what we got to talk about. The hat for both the 141 and 145 sets give you the same effect as the DDF sets did, like the 2 pieces of it. And, well, I mean, they would if they actually worked, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. No! Game Ego could have fixed it, they could have had a new effect for them, but they didn't want to. So, but pretty much the 140s are outclassed in pretty much every way now. Now, the maps are a bit interesting. So there's Cassia's Graveyard and Legelheim. Now Cassia's Graveyard kind of reminds me of where the tornadoes are, but otherwise not much going on. Legelheim looks a lot more custom and green. I like it. It's kind of like him in the Matrix. But anyway, you could get into the graveyard for free. I didn't have to do any quests to get in there, but with Legelheim you have to be 141 to get in that one. So for me, the new maps are alright. I mean, Cassia's Graveyard is pretty adequate. You know, it does the job of holding everything there. There's plenty of spots, thank goodness. Some of the mob placements are a little interesting. Legelheim, it looks like someone was actually trying over there, so I'll give them props for that, for real. I gotta give them all the props they can, now. So what else is there? Well, it's not much, but some might say the solo dungeons, but like, look, they here. But for me, they ain't here. It's purely for the story. The quests, like everyone does once and just spams spacebar and never reads anything. I mean, that's pretty much what everyone does. See, weapons? Did I see weapons anywhere? Anywhere at all? Bueller?
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
Nah, hell no, we didn't get any weapons. Hell no. What, new skills? Nah, we didn't get those. Like, really, I don't know what they were thinking not giving us some kind of weapon. Like, what the hell? You know, most skill upgrades are at 145, you know, like, wow. The new upgrades to the 135 skills were busted. They nerfed the Guardian's 135 skill from what I heard. I don't have one yet that has the 135 skill. I also heard Rangers got messed up before getting a hotfix. But I mean, we ain't got no new weapons. The jewelries is just basically KZs again, but a little better. The sets are just the same as the 140s, but with a DDF set effect. Which is nice, but it's not really, like, groundbreaking or anything. At first, you had to kill, nature in order to even do the solo story quest to begin with. Like, people were selling nature kills just for that. But then Game Ego Stealth fixed it. They didn't tell everyone they fixed it, but they did it without telling anyone. Don't think I didn't notice that, Game Ego. Not to mention, why in the world did they do this cap raise before Black Friday? Like, we have almost nothing leading up to cap raise. If you were only in the game and you didn't talk to many people, well, I mean, nobody really roared about it. GMs never really said anything about it in the game. There was no in-game announcements. If you only played the game and didn't go on Discord, you wouldn't even know. Like, even the launcher didn't care. I mean, it's probably just, you know, they want all the money.
We've got to have money.
But why not have decent sales before? You know? You damn well know Black Friday was around the corner. They should have just made the cap raise right after Black Friday. Or like way before it. And Black Friday deals, or Legal daily deals, or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Like, it just seemed lame to me. And then, they had to make some of these things have stock, so it could go out of stock. And so, if you weren't, like, actually paying attention hardcore, you know, 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes goes by, it's all gone. It's sold out. Yeah, they can sell out of charms. And war rants. They can just sell out of them. They don't have them anymore. And then it's like, knock knock, who's there? T. T who? It's T he, we got T7 enhancements now, boy. Now, to be charitable, they did say they decreased the prices for bundles so that Tier 7 should cost the same as Tier 6. But that just begs a couple questions. Like, if it was going to be the same price, then why do it at all? What are the enhancement rates going to look like, I wonder? Probably worse, I mean, if I had to guess. Worse than Tier 6, at least. And again, why at 140? So Tier 6 only lasts for 5 levels. You know, I thought Tier 4 was getting a short end of the stick with 15 levels, like 85 to 100. But this is quite literally 135 to 140. Like, incredibly stupid. And then the quest, oh my goodness, what, holy fuck. I mentioned Game Ego's wisdom striking again with that decision to force you to kill the boss in order to do the solo story quest that you can only do by yourself. I don't know whose brain-dead decision that was. And why do we have more stupid repeats once again? Like, how lazy can we get? How lazy can we get? Well, actually, I'll tell you how lazy. Having every single new quest, including the dailies, say bracket Legel's Siege in front of all of them. Just copy and paste it in front of all of them. And the only one that isn't like that is the quest to get the talismans. And how do you think that factors in? Well, guess what? Some moron really decided to make the talisman quest, that repeatable quest that you do the dailies to get the green rocks to get talismans for. They made it stop at level 139 initially when the cap raise happened. And they had to patch it back in. Like, they didn't modify the old one to make it go all the way to 145 or 150 or whatever. They actively said make it stop at 139. Oh no, everyone hates it. Let's add it back in. Let's add another version in at 140. Wow. But for the other quests though, take a wild guess as to how many there are with that are not related to the story or not repeats in any way. There's 8. That's it. There's only 8 quests in all of the cap rays that aren't tied to the story, the solo story ones, or repeats. And there's 3 new dailies, and maybe you could count those together, say there's 11, if you want to be really nice to GameGo. Because actually levels 142 and 144 are literally only repeat quests, and that's it. 100% that's it. Those 2 levels, 100% just repeats, that's it. That's the only quests that exist, besides dailies. You want to take a wild guess how much experience you get per turn-in? I won't go into the numbers too deep, but you get a grand total of 0.1 to 0.2% per turn-in. And if you have a quest booster courtesy of the cash shop, well, then you just get a cool 0.3%, if you're lucky. And each level will take anywhere from like 200 billion to 300 billion experience just the level. The dailies at least give you 0.8% to 1.5% depending on your level in which daily it is. Wow, thanks GameGo. You're really inspiring a lot of confidence in someone who's just started a new game. Not only that, but to do some of this stuff, you have to have cash shop items on you. Like, some of these things hit really hard. Man. So, and of course, the dungeons themselves have everything's required. You need to have the extenders, you have to have the charms, you have to have the aim, you have to have the aim SC, you gotta have a weapon skin. Maybe even preferably the clown ones, which I hate, because they have 1% more aim. Well, I refuse. On the clown weapon skins, at least. Oh man, I've been schizo-rancing for so long. Well, what could they have done then? It's real easy to critique them, but what would I have done? What would I have told them to do, if I could have? Well, in terms of the quest, I'd have them let you at least get 70 to 80% of the level done with normal quests. I don't think that's that hard to do. So get this, the reason why it's more fun to me to level in the lower levels is because I can just grab a whole list of quests, and I could go do them at my leisure, and I can make some pretty good progress. And if someone happens to be in a quest spot already, then I can go do another one. How about that? GameGo tried to help us out a little bit by making multiple spots. I mean, before, like, if you want to do Yuna 1, 2, or 3, there's one spot for that, and if someone's there, well, you ain't leveling today. So they're like, well, make Legelheim and Cassia's graveyard. Just make a whole bunch of spots for everyone. Well, you could have just made a whole bunch of normal quests where we go and kill things that already exist. But no, that's too hard. But anyways, that's just one thing I would do. The other thing is I'd add more regular quests to the 130s, make it a little easier. I'd make the 135 skill easier to get, because, like, holy fuck, it's been a while, it's really annoying to get, you have to team up with someone if you're a certain class, it's really hard to get, and we could just buy the upgrade from the NPC, so why not just let us buy it? You can make it a gem or something, I don't care, just let me get it a little easier. I mean, honestly, I would prefer the cap raise happen right after Black Friday, because then everyone's all juiced up from the Black Friday sales and everything. They're all ready to go, they have all the cool stuff, and then the cap raise can happen and everyone's ready to do it, and they don't have to worry about any, bull crap happening afterwards with the sales. And also with the sales, I would not have them have stock, to where they can go out of stock. That's just stupid. It's stupid anytime anyone does it with digital things. It's just plain dumb. I'd also not introduce Tier 7 at all. We're still good with Tier 6, okay, man? Potions and scrolls being up to Tier 8's fine. I would have let that slide. Also, I'd add some kind of greens for the new levels. Like, we have literally nothing. It's just boss weapons and some non-boss jewelry and stuff. And that's it. That's literally it. Not even a weapon, though. We don't even have a boss weapon as of today. As of December 2nd when I'm recording this. Anyways, I'd also have those solo story dungeons drop something. I mean, anything. Like, they could make the green items and have them drop in there. How about that? Give someone an incentive to go back in there for any reason. The only reason I would go back in there is just, I don't know, to waste time or something. There's really no reason to do it. You make the greens level 142 if you want to be real fruity about it. I mean, I just don't get it. There's probably more things I could come up with, but I'm done. I mean, the machinations in the minds of GameGo are an enigma. For real. I'm sorry for my schizo ranting, but it just, you know, caught up to me. I'm gonna do the next weapon video pretty soon, and then my last weapon video I thought was gonna take a while, but since we ain't got no new weapons with the cap raise, I guess it'll be on schedule too. Well, bye.